Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are back at it again for another first impressions video. And as you can probably guess by the release of a new character, that first impressions is of course going to be centered around, well, the upgrade that we're going to be making to this team over here, as well as some of the upgrades, or really side grades, that we're going to be making in some Echo skill teams. Because the age of Lene is over, ladies and gentlemen, and now it is Lucilla's time, Lucilla, whatever it is, right? Lucilla's time to shine in Glacial Chafe teams. And as you can see from all the outro skills as they're lined up over here, this is like the most synergistic one you can probably get at this point, because you will, A, reach a new level of Hiyuki with this unit. So before we describe exactly how that's all going to be happening, we got to see what the investment level is looking like on this Lucilla over here. So a couple of things to mention when it comes to this unit. You don't actually need any ER. I just had like a set pre-farmed for her under the assumption that you would need it, and so now I'm at 130. That's 30. That's like 3 wasted substats that I don't need. Just keep that in mind. The build's going to be this. We're going to have a mammoth in the main slot that's going to be essentially buffing, as well as with the set effect over here that gets 25% Glacio. We're going to be getting the 12% Glacio as well to the incoming Resonator. So you really want this mammoth in the main slot. Then you just got Aleph 1, like another, again, it's got good subs, but the ER and then the rest of the other shit down here. Her main damage type in Glacio Chafe form is going to be basic attack damage, but if you're using her in her Echo skill form, which we'll talk about later, there are a couple of different builds. But probably the most reliable one in her Echo skill form is going to be using Moonlit Clouds with a crit damage Heron. And, you know, kind of like using like some of your Glacial pieces, stuff like that from there. You should actually probably have a fair number of Glacial pieces, assuming like you got a Sanhua and stuff like that. You're going to be seeing that I'm going to be using like some mid pieces over here. I'm missing like a crit rate roll and stuff like that. It is what it is. I don't really care that much because she's going to be mainly supporting on that set, not really dealing as much damage as she probably could. And then these are going to be just some of like the one cost that I'll use on it later. You can see that they're not the best ones ever. So yeah, my Moonlit Clouds set won't be as good, but the Glacial Chafe one is pretty decent. When it comes to skill investment, I'm broke because I just leveled the 2 Cyberpunk units like this. So yeah, leveling a 3rd unit within 5 days to like 10 out of 10 and stuff like that, not very reasonable. So the main ones would be get her Forte to at least like 8, 9, 10. Same with her Liberation. And then keep her skill, normal attack, and intro skill a bit lower. With her skill probably being the 3rd most important one. But that's essentially all you're really going to need. Sequence nodes, absolutely none. But we will have her weapon, and we will be testing her out on a couple of more budgetary weapon options. Mainly being one with her on String Master, and then one with her on like any other character signature. Namely, we might try her out on like Cantarells or some shit, but you can probably see she's not going to get any real damage bonuses with it. Well, actually, she will get basic attack. We're probably just going to do String Master, and then maybe like something. I don't really know, bro. It's just, it's a bit of a complicated situation over here because the regular rectifiers aren't really that good on her, and I also don't have the other rectifiers. So, yeah, it is what it is. That's probably the best that we're going to have. Maybe we'll try it on Phoebe's sake to kind of just like show, okay, here's what it looks like when you don't have any real bonuses. We might also be trying Lethe and Elegy on the Echo skill form because you might be a little bit surprised by how well this thing actually does. So do keep that in mind if you're a Phrolova owner and you do have her signature. So that's going to be all the potential builds, all the different investment, all of that. Naturally, Lucilla's got both modes available, and you're going to have to change your set depending on which one you're in. For Glacial Chafe, she doesn't have that many options. Really, she only has one, so let's just see how it does. In floor 1 against the general guy over here, Crownless. This is probably the most general stage we can get. No real Glacial shielding over here, and you'll get a good grasp of what this thing's actually capable of. One of the things about Lucilla is that she probably has the most simple brain-dead rotation in the game. I think she might actually be the easiest unit we've ever had. So let's just go over here.
To pieces. Come.
Get some of our Chisa stuff going.
Excise in a flicker into form.
Yo, she's hitting like every parry, bro. So you just go in, you hold your skill, great, and then you just ult.
Dismissed.
Then you just hold down your left mouse button.
All that I have.
And that's it.
Trust me. You should have run.
That's it.
There be snow.
Then you just go on Hiyuki, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Nice little dodge over here. Oh shit, almost.
Fading gloom. Evanescent morning dew. Vanish. For all wishes spoken.
And that should really just be the rotation. And then you can like end it with like a Hiyuki skill if you want. If you think that's worth the rotation extension to you.
A pivotal.
Some people might not think it's worth it.
Flicker into form. Connection severed.
Gotcha. Memories take shape. Illusions of the past.
And that's it.
Step
Yeah, you just
forward.
hold the left mouse button and then
I protect. Every instant.
sick.
Too late to escape. Heed us. Take your final dive into Naraka. Dissipate. Brittle snow. Fading gloom. Waning moon. You prepared for this, have you not? May the Sakura incinerate. Burn this self away.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. It's just the most brain dead possible team in the game. And you might be saying, Saint, you're not even playing this team at its full potential. Like all negative status teams, they should be able to quick swap, right? All negative status teams, they should be able to quick swap, right? Because the outro skill doesn't expire. This team has like no quick swap ability because like I don't know where you're going to quick swap in Lucilla's rotation. Her thing is that you can't swap off of her and that all she does is just apply Glacial Chafe from off field on Hiyuki. That's like all her kit does in Glacial mode. So really there's no quick. That's like actually maybe you could quick swap between Chisa and Hiyuki, but there's no real reason to do it anywhere else. And the reason why this team is so strong and the reason why this team is so good is because you finally unlock the third stack of Hiyuki's Snow Rust passive. Because you basically need what, like, people that can apply Havoc Bane or Glacial Chafe on your team. This third stack over here gives her 30% additional Glacial Bite damage amp. And guess what? That's going to stack with the Glacial Chafe damage amp that we're getting over here. And then, of course, you know, the whole situation with the stack limit increased too for even bigger, massive proc damage, right? So it's kind of just like, this is truly like the negative status version of the team. And one thing that's clear is that your Hiyuki, on her big hits, won't be doing as much as if she was buffed by Lene, but the passive negative status damage is so much higher that the team ends up naturally just being stronger when you run this lineup. However, once again, you'll get bigger raw ult hits with this because you're getting more amp. However, higher overall sustained damage over here. So this is probably going to be the team that most people want to go for. Now, let's just go ahead and, you know, draw some comparisons over here, right? Lucilla's signature is really, really, really strong for one main reason. It provides a 24% attack increase. And so this is what we're going to be doing. This is probably going to blow your mind. What happens if we just put the most shitty weapon we can think of over here, a fucking Jinzo Keeper on her, and then see what the clear time looks like in comparison? So the reason why we're doing this is very simple. Because negative status damage is actually a majority of what this unit uses.
Deviation correct. Nothing.
In her form.
Deconstructed.
So by negative status damage,
Flicker into form. Break apart.
Memories take mediocre foes. Dismissed.
so yes, Hiyuki's not, or Lucilla's not doing a particularly large amount over here. But does she need to?
Keep us a life as fleeting
Because what
as
she's
the
applying are those
first
additional Glacial Chafe applications.
brittle snow, fading gloom, waning moon. Follow my moves if you can.
And so this is where you're beginning to realize, oh man,
For all wishes spoken.
the damage doesn't seem like that much worse. And guys, she's on a level 60 Jinzo Keeper.
Flicker pivotal.
So this is what I mean by a majority of the damage is actually the negative status one. And if you're going to be using your Lucilla on this team, well,
Hold still.
oh shit, I kind of like messed up the rotation over here too.
Take shape. Illusions
And it
of the
doesn't really
past.
matter, right?
Step forward. I witness every instant.
Too late to escape. Heat us, let there be snow.
She's not signature reliant, essentially, in this team.
Brittle snow, fading gloom. You prepared for this.
And yes, unfortunately, we will make it to the ult this time, but the clear time is literally the same.
Gazing at the snow.
At least on this boss. Oh, okay, sorry.
Lifeline plucked.
Okay, I don't know how we did so little damage there. Like that. Why did that one only do 250? Whatever. You know what I mean, right? Guys, she's on a level 60 weapon. You get it. You get it. Okay.
Connection severed.
Whatever. You get it. Just put anything will be better than that. Essentially, that is what like the floor is because that's the standard weapon's better. A level 90 standard weapon would be better. This is, bro, look at this shit. It's dog shit. And yes, the guy survived like a little bit past the first ultimate. Bro, that's because her actual damage is not existent on this fucking thing. You can clearly see Glacio Chafe form is not signature reliant at all. I don't think we can make a good testing with these stats. Okay, so let me explain to you why this is actually one of the best tests ever. Because you just saw the team clear extremely well on basically no weapon. And so that means that if you use a standard weapon, the performance is going to be better than this. Because your standard weapon will be higher leveled and have better stats. So us clearing very easily with this piece of shit means that it's one of the least signature reliant teams. At least in Glacio Chafe form, because the results are quite comparable. However, it's not really the case in the Echo skill teams. And the reason for this is very simple. Lucilla relies way more on her own personal damage in Echo skill teams and her stat investment. So that's because in her liberation, right, you can see that she's getting a lot of these Echo skill damage bonuses. She's got no off-field Glacio Chafe damage that's helping out her team's DPS. It's all her raw personal stats in this situation. So higher skill levels and a better weapon is very, very, very important to actually have her doing well in the other lineups. So Glacio Chafe is way less investment required on the signature stat and skill side to get similar levels of performance, while Echo skill teams and all of that, you're gonna need to have quite a bit better weapon and skill investment for those teams to do decently. Some people might be asking why I'm not going to floor 4. Why the fuck would I when there's this many buffs, bro? You will just, it's gonna rip everything up. So we're going to the floor that has no shilling. So that's going to be the Glacio Chafe side, at least in TOA. We'll definitely make sure to test it out in Whimpering Waste too, and you'll see just how good those lineups are as well. Now we got to change gears a little bit and of course try out Lucilla's second best team on release, and that's actually going to be this one. This team feels so much easier to play than by having Qiuyuan on it, and so naturally we're gonna have to change the mode to
Let's add more memories.
that, and let's also get our Moonlit Cloud set on Lucilla now. Do keep in mind you can also do things like Law of Harmony and stuff like that, and remember, like, you can clearly get way... This is actually a really good Glacio piece. But, like, do keep in mind that you can get, like, way better rolls than I am on a lot of these things. So, yeah, just keep that in mind. Okay, so we'll put on this bad boy. And then I guess we'll put on this one. It is what it is. Her stats are not going to be as good on this set. However, you're going to probably see from the stuff that we do in-game, maybe it doesn't matter. So, Heron is, yeah, Heron's in the main slot. We're looking good over there. We're on the Echo skill side. Our Segrika is stacked up. She's broken, so yeah, we're probably gonna fuck this shit up. Just letting you guys know in advance. She is stacked up, bro. All right, we're still going against Crownless, and, well, we're gonna be doing basically the exact same stuff.
In war with time. Loading.
Oh, shit. Whoa, she got canceled. I had no idea that could happen. So, yeah, no, her skill got canceled and got put on cooldown. Bro, why is bro kind of be business right now?
Modulation.
Bro, I had no idea that could even happen on her.
Perfect lighting. Scattered memories.
So S1 is needed? I mean, that's the first time I got interrupted the whole day, so maybe not.
All that I have.
Let me. Greet my
And
friend.
you can see over here, Lucilla, she's got Echo skill cast. So, Segrika is getting all of her buffs over here, right?
No one explosion.
And then you can check out this big boom.
You're gonna remember this.
That's kind of a lot of damage, isn't it?
From the heart.
Yeah.
I engraft you new. Loading.
Illusions of the past. Step forward. I witness every instant.
Let me greet my friends. Just a tiny step.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. This guy's kind of beating my ass.
Know what explosion means? True name? Illuminate!
Yeah, I kind of got interrupted there. Yeah, we're going to miss the outro skill on this one, but honestly, yeah, that's kind of nuts, though, after... Yeah, no, this definitely 2 rotates the guy if we don't miss the outro skill there. But, yeah, sometimes Crownless can be a little bit annoying for Segrika to deal with. However, what you're beginning to notice, right, is that we're not getting interrupted, much like a Qiuyuan would in this team.
Foes.
And that's because Lucilla, again, she's the most brain-dead fucking character I've ever seen, bro.
Every edge.
Let me!
So, yeah, like I said, we probably should have a way better build on our Lucilla in this team, but that's just what she's capable of in this lineup. And it's way easier to play than by having a Qiuyuan on it. Now, though, because you know that Lucilla is able to cast Echo skills 4 times in her rotation, you might be wondering, all right, oh, there's arrow resistance? Oh, that explains it then. Yeah, no. There was arrow resistance active during that, so Segrika was 2 rotating it, right? Segrika was 2 rotating it into arrow resistance. That's just how broken she is. So, yeah, I know it looked like it didn't deal as much as maybe the Hiyuki team. That's because we had 10% res that the Hiyuki team did not have. Just so you guys know. Another team, though, that we're going to be running is the Galbrena team. And this one's going to be like kind of the polar opposite, where it's going to gain the fusion damage bonus over here, but it's going to be a lot worse. And the reason for this is very, very, very simple. Lucilla casts multiple Echo skills, right, across this rotation. We can see it over here with Oblivion. Each one is considered casting a different Echo skill. However, one of the issues that Lucilla has is that her buff to critical damage on Zoom, it only applies to Echo skills, the crit damage bonus. Galbrena deals a split between Echo skill damage and heavy attack damage. So kind of like the end result is that Qiuyuan is way better for buffing her damage output because Qiuyuan buffs crit damage of everything. Lucilla only does the Echo skills. So only like part of her output is actually getting the bonuses over here. And that's why Lucilla is actually not recommended for Galbrena. That much should be obvious, but she'll still work. She'll still work, but Qiuyuan's just better in pretty much every way. That's just the unfortunate fact. Hopefully that explains why, and you'll see why I don't really, well, run that team very much.
In war with time. Loading.
Scattered memories.
Is Qiuyuan best in slot for Galbrena? Mono Fusion's actually better for, well, reasons.
Every instant.
Speak of the devil.
So yeah, as you can see, Galbrena's got, well, all of her stuff.
That's it. The flame I've come to send you to your grave.
But yeah, you probably want to play Galbrena on Mono Fusion or Qiuyuan way more than, well. And again, right?
Ordained.
This is the damage of the team with the 10% fusion resistance. And you're noticing, wait, this looks the exact same as the Segrika that had 10% arrow resistance. And you'd be right.
Mediocre foes.
She's a Galbrena with the increased damage, right? Is the same.
I witnessed.
Oh, shit.
That wasn't nice.
I got interrupted there. I didn't know that could happen.
Can't escape me.
So she can get interrupted, I guess, during her shit. It's just,
For the hunt. Ends
yeah.
here.
I guess, yeah. If the enemy attacks enough, she will be interruptible.
Painted hellfire.
Vow from the soul. Astral modulation. Loading.
Illusions of the past. Step forward. I inscribe every edge.
Yeah, her damage is fucking dog shit, bro. Oh my god, it's actually non-existent. Like, bro, this character actually deals no fucking damage. But you can kind of see over here, right? She's not really meant to. That's why she provides so many buffs. So yeah, that's probably the main take that I'll make over here, is that Segrika, way better than a Galbrena. Now we're gonna have a bit of a situation over here. And this one's gonna be really, really, really bad. Because it's hard for us to actually... We gotta go to floor 3 for this next team. Because we're now gonna be utilizing Phrolova. And so I can't use my Phrolova against Crownless because Crownless is Havoc resistant. However, we probably do want to see what a Phrolova team looks like with Lucilla now. And let me just tell you this up front. She's worse than Qiuyuan in this team. That's a fact. Do you want to know why? Remember what I said before about Galbrena not being that great with her because her crit damage bonus only applies to echo skills? Guys, Phrolova's team, this one over here, does so much damage outside of echo skills that it's like magnified and worse. Cantarella only counts as casting them. They aren't considered echo skill damage. Cantarella deals basic attack damage that counts as echo skills. So she's getting no buffs at all from that 40% crit damage on echo skill damage that she has. And for same thing with like Phrolova over here, bro, it's only like the Hikari attacks that are like getting that. And then I think you got to be active as well. So really, this team is just straight up so much more dog shit than Qiuyuan. It's unbelievable. And that's just a fact. Unfortunately, right? But you can do a sustainless team. And we'll talk about that in just a second. But I do want to show you how not good this is first.
Symphony of life. Ictus, ready.
Oh, good grouping, though.
Witness. Blossoms in wilt.
Gotcha. Come on, get in the shot. Scattered memories.
She gets interrupted a lot less than he does, but just know her kit is just not as like strong as his in these teams.
Oh, this will be fun. Sink into the endless deep. Smother the sunken depths.
Ensemble. Symphony of life. Thus, you fall.
Yo, low key, somehow she got like interrupted, but it worked out.
Songs of old.
Perfect lighting. Illusions of the past. Step forward. I witness every edge.
I'll keep you company.
Guys, if you're telling me to dodge on Phrolova, you actually don't know how her kit works.
Sleep in the whispers of sirens. Caresses of the way. Oh, this will be fun.
Oblivion. Absolute symphony of life. Cadence, halt. The soul never entombed.
Mediocre foes. Dismissed.
This team kind of sucks with Lucilla. Guys, like we said, you're dealing just way less damage than with Qiuyuan.
Oh, this will be fun.
It's a little unfortunate, but that's just a fact. You just deal less damage than with Qiuyuan.
Annihilation. Symphony of life. Preparatory beat. Begin. Chant. Songs of old.
So Lucilla Echo mode is just a bait. Oh shit, I don't even know. So Lucilla Echo mode is kind of bait unless you plan on using her with Segrika. That's my personal take. Because the only other option you have is like some goofy sustainless team.
Memories, I'll keep you company.
Qiuyuan stronger. We all sort of know that because of like the timing stuff like that. Lucilla in a lot of ways can have a rotation that's almost too quick to function in those teams because Akane doesn't like stay on field long enough to do as many of the attacks as she might want, right? I think there's like some testing and stuff. So basically, Qiuyuan is better in this team. Segrika, however, likes Lucilla more. Do we see the differentiation over here? So Lucilla is truly like a best in slot for just like one of the Echo skill teams, and then she's worse than Qiuyuan in the rest of them. However, she's goated for Hiyuki. So you can kind of get what I'm talking about over here. Lucilla is like her Echo skill team should be more so an afterthought, and you can kind of view it as awesome. I pulled Lucilla for my Hiyuki, and now I have a good use case for pulling Segrika. But that's basically it. I don't think Lucilla should be necessarily a unit that pushes you to get like a Phrolova or a Galbrena at all. But if you had a Segrika or you're thinking about getting Segrika, she's great, right? So she's amazing for Segrika, amazing for Hiyuki, but then just not that great for other characters. Which is, I mean, is that really that big of a deal? Probably not. Because Hiyuki is one of the most highly owned units in the game, and Segrika is one of the strongest units in the game. So it's kind of like she supports 2 tier 0 units, especially in the TOA. And this is going to be the big one over here, in Whiwa as well. Because there's one team that I haven't really showcased over here because it's really hard to in this TOA. We're going to have to go to the hazard zone with it. And this is like Phrolova's technical best in-slot team. And so we're just taking it over here for reasons. You'll see why in just a second. Okay, so we start off, yeah, this is basically going to be the team. And if you have all the signatures in this team, you will end up with some of the most ridiculous, stupid, absurd buffs, I think, in the history of the game. You'll have Qiuyuan coming in with his 20% Echo skill damage bonus over here. Naturally, all the buffs that he provides in his fucking kit, so there's even more Echo skill damage and stuff over there. His 30% crit damage, which is really neat. And then, of course, all these buffs only affect the active resonator in the team, right? But guess what? Each unit will get their time in the sun. So that's going to be the Qiuyuan over here. He's looking pretty good. He's also going to be on Law of Harmony for even more buffs too. Lucilla, on the other hand, has some variations she can run if she's going to be on this team. But do keep in mind, this is like a very expensive team that like isn't really that amazing, at least in my opinion. You actually want a Nightmare Hikari on her. Yes, I'm not joking. Actually, no, not Nightmare Hikari. You actually want, like, the Moth. You want Real Spice Memories with a Moth on here. That's, like, Glacio damage and stuff like that, right? That's gonna be the 2-piece. While on Dreams of the Lost, you, well, Lucilla has 0 Resonance Energy, so she's gonna gain 20% crit rate and 35% Echo skill damage. However, guys, it's gonna be really annoying to farm up a Dream of the Lost, so, like, I only recommend you do it if you, really want to have fun with this team, because otherwise, guys, you can probably just tell from the experience, I'm broke, I can't even do this. I don't recommend it unless you just really want to have a goofy team. That's why we're gonna try this one out on Moonlit Clouds first. Is that fair? I think that's fair, because yeah, I ain't building no Dreams of the Lost to play her in one fucking team, bro. It's just not realistic for me as a CC. It's also not realistic for me as a fucking player. So yeah, I don't recommend this for most people, but it's merely an option if you want to have fun. And what are games all about?
Sleeps within bamboo.
They're all about having fun, ladies and gentlemen, so let's go ahead and do that.
Judgment falls. Behold this blade. I move as the blade.
Bro, hey, this shit is kind of crazy, isn't it, though?
I witnessed.
Bro, look at this guy just getting his ass cooked.
Memories transform.
Symphony of life.
Bro, sometimes I hate Phrolova.
Life or death, no alternative. Chant songs of old.
What sleeps within bamboo. Behold this blade. One strike. To settle it all.
Does Lucilla heal? No.
Vanish.
I just don't give a fuck.
Illusions of the past. Step forward. I inscribe all that I have.
Oblivion.
Bro.
It's just ready.
Phrolova landed like that meteor in her story.
Cadence. Halt.
You think that's intentional?
Witness. Blossoms in wilt.
What sleeps within bamboo.
So yeah, there's a metric fuck ton of echo skill damage just floating around in this team. Everyone deals like a bit of echo skill damage, and it's just really strong. But this is the real ticket over here. We've only been testing this shit out in the TOA. And with the tests that we do in the TOA, it's pretty fair for you to like just extrapolate that this is how it's going to also perform in End State Matrix. However, this is another sort of like realization that I feel like a lot of people should have. Lucilla's main real draw and appeal, at least in the present day, should not be her performance in single target content. I do believe that her main appeal and draw nowadays, yeah, forget this is just TOA, but like, you know, it's just more bosses. It's here, Whimpering Waste. So let's go talk a little bit about this dog shit game mode. So essentially, this game mode has been the recipient of some of the most insane HP inflation we've probably seen in the gacha space as of late. And guess what Lucilla actually ends up doing? She's a very, very, very strong character in this game mode because the characters that she supports are very strong in this game mode. So she makes them, in fact, even stronger. So I think the realization that a lot of people are probably going to have is that, wow, this team is going to be fucking cracked on side 1. Because Lucilla doesn't need resonance energy. So let me just explain to you what she does in side 1 of Whiwa. That's just so disgusting, it's unreal.
Scissors at the ready.
All right, let me quickly just make this into my mommy Lucilla MLC. And then we gotta put this set back on. Okay, all right. It's gonna be slightly annoying. I'm kind of hoping Kuro does something where they like change the way resonance modes work, where like resonance modes can like now hold an echo set, so that because right now it's actually kind of a pain in the ass. It's kind of a pain in the ass. All right. So we're back on Glacio now. I think we're looking good here. Let's get this started and just demonstrate why this team is so broken. All right, so you just go on to Chisa here, right? And then Lucilla's basically ready to go.
Take illusions of the past. Step forward. I protect every instant.
You should have run.
Wait, what do you want me to say, bro? This shit is crazy.
Swirl. Brittle snow. Fading bloom. Waning moon. You've prepared for this, have you not? Be gone. May the Sakura incinerate. Burn this self.
Because I have no outro skill to worry about either. It ain't even a big deal, bro.
Flicker into structural integrity and path. Carry on. Break apart. Come. Meet your end.
And maybe I could have done a little bit of like swapping and stuff over there, but like you can kind of like clearly see Lucilla doing all of this shit with no ER makes her just
I inscribe
so good on side 1, it's insane. Oh my god.
Too late to escape. Keep this up. A life as fleeting as the first snow. Dissipate. Drift with snowflakes. Brittle snow. Fading bloom. Waning moon. Evanescent morning dew. Vanish.
Alright, let's get 2 charges in. I think that's gonna one-shot these guys. In like this lineup, you really gotta like guesstimate, right? Okay, what do you think like...
Lifeline. Block. Dead set flicker into form. Structural collapse.
I'm wondering though, like, this is kind of like annoying here.
Nothingness.
Yeah, I'm in a bit of an annoying situation here. Because like, part of me is wondering, right? Like, how much additional swapping should I like do?
Memories take scattered memories.
During Chisa's rotation, because Lucilla kind of has no room to do anything.
All that I have. Look at the camera.
You can trust me. Take your final dive into Naraka. Be gone. Brittle snow, fading gloom, waning moon. Follow my moves if you can.
I might be able to
Roam
take my
above the
time here at
inferno,
least. That's pretty cool.
Gazing at the snow.
Blink.
Memories take shape.
Like, I don't know. Like, does that help at all?
Connection severed. A pivotal.
I might need some more ER on my, I might need some more ER on my Chisa too.
Illusion.
Yeah. I mean, for a first try and like knowing I can probably optimize my rotations more, I feel like that was pretty decent. Yeah, you just get 2.8k on a purple token on your first try. That's just the power level of this character, right? She's incredibly strong. And that's the thing. It's probably the new best Whimpering Waste team as well. Because you can get basically Amith quick swap numbers without quick swapping. Does that make sense? You get Imith quick swap with like Denya Fusion Burst. You get it without really doing that. However, there's another sort of like big bonus over here that I haven't talked about yet. And that's this. Having Lucilla and Qiuyuan on your account allows you to play the two strongest Whimpering Waste teams in the game. And let me show them to you. Side 1, you run this. Phrolova, Lucilla, and I know we said we weren't really supposed to do this one, right? And Cantarella. Well, at the bottom, you run Segrika, or sorry, Chikona, Qiuyuan, and Segrika. And these two, this is essentially the strongest, the real, like, honest, strongest set of, like,
Let's add more memories
things you can have in this game. I don't really know if it gets any better than this one. And this is, it's a selling case for the character, right? Because being able to do this and, like, hopefully just face roll your Whiwa resets from now until the end of time, it's a legitimate thing for a lot of people. So even into heavy resistance, where it's Havoc and Arrow on both sides, and these are Havoc and Arrow characters, let's see how they do on purple tokens. And this will just kind of be like the final thing, because you can switch around these characters as well. You can use Lucilla on the bottom team and Qiuyuan on the top team. But yeah, it's
Are we there yet?
we're just gonna try it out like this.
Ictus, ready. Symphony of life.
Wait, is she on Echo skill mode?
Preparatory beat. Begin.
Nah, she's not on Echo skill mode, is she? Yeah, no, I was about to say. Yeah, whoopsies. Lucilla's
Let's
Echo
add
set is
more
changed.
memories,
Yeah, we just gotta change her resonance mode too. Yeah, her Echo set is good. So Dreams of the Lost is probably gonna be better in this lineup if I had it ready to go, but yeah, I don't got the time to farm that shit, brother.
Fure Symphony of life. Life or death.
So this side is gonna be a bit rough for Phrolova,
Soul never entombed.
simply due to the fact I think this first wave is like Arrow, bro.
Mediocre foes. Dismissed.
Or I think this first wave is like actually Havoc.
Protect. All that I have.
Take a breath. A light hill. Surge of... Oh, this will be fun. Caresses of the wave. Feel the tide.
Bro,
pour.
Cantarella sometimes is just like so shit.
Sleep in the whispers of silence. Riptides claim you.
Oblivion. We were the Symphony of life.
Bro, somehow that last deer just like was not getting hit by any... Oh, is this guy just gonna be in a different zip code now? Whoa, that is terrible, bro. Nah, so basically this run is like bricked. Nah, that run is fucking bricked, bro, from the deers. Yeah, the deers can sometimes just be the worst shit ever, bro. It's unfortunate. I might just skip my Cantarella's first rotation, bro. She is kind of... Her lack of ER is kind of disgusting. And unfortunately, I don't think Lucilla is necessarily a unit that like generates a lot of ER. She's got a short rotation, but short rotations are
Perfect lighting.
kind of like countered by the fact that like,
Take
well,
shape.
they don't generate as many resources as maybe some other characters.
Every instant.
Call from the abyss. Oh, this will be fun.
Ensemble.
All right, that's better.
Carriage repeats. Begin. We wither together. Heed the echoes.
Yeah, we
Chant
skipped it.
songs of old.
We skipped some of her echo skills, but honestly,
Memories transform.
wait, I can use that shit in the air?
Step forward. I inscribe every edge.
Wait, that seems kind of broken.
Engulfed by sea's venom.
Annihilation. Cadence. Halt. Thus you fall. Whales. Rejoicing. Witness. Blossoms in
New tech,
wind.
Ugg? I suppose.
Memories transform.
Yeah, I suppose.
Foes. Dismissed. I protect every instant.
Sink into the endless deep. Surrender to... Oh, this will be fun.
Ensemble. Prepare a repeat. Begin. Absolute futility.
So yeah, if anyone has been like kind of like playing this
Life or
reset,
death. No alternative.
you know that this is a pretty good
Never
Phrolova
end to
side
end.
1 score. I think most people can agree with that. This is a pretty decent Phrolova side 1 score.
Scattered
It don't get
memories
much better than this one.
take shape.
Cause yeah, getting to like 2.2k like this, I'm assuming that's where we're gonna be.
Memories
Take a breath
transform.
and right here. Engulfed.
Pretty good. It's pretty hard, especially with like this whole sort of like double havoc lineup that we got.
Riptides claim you.
Pretty good. Because there's been 20% HP inflation, a shit ton of havoc resistance added. I think that's actually decent. However, do keep in mind Qiuyuan will probably get you better scores. But it can still be done here. But you're doing this so that you can save Qiuyuan for this team down here.
Faster. Listen, the trio of destiny.
What sleeps within bamboo? Mandate calls. Judgment falls.
Let me
I
greet
move
my
as the
friend.
blade.
Leg cannon. Be my aid.
Boom! Get him! So yeah, do you see why I typically like this team?
Thanks for watching. Overture. Let the
This
show
seems good.
begin.
What sleeps within bamboo? Behold your life.
Oh, I already hear
It's
those
mine
2
to
break
take.
procs, bro. Nice. Into so much arrow resistance.
Move is the blade.
Holy shit. Imagine Cardathea doing this, boys.
Straight to the
Imagine
stars.
Cardathea doing this.
You're gonna remember
Boom!
Thanks for watching. Now presenting a poem of finale.
So this
What
is why
sleeps
you
within
saved
them?
Qiuyuan for this team.
One strike.
Do you guys get it? Like, straight up,
Settle
like,
down.
this team is crazy, bro. Like, you can kind of notice it is...
My move is the blade.
It could have actually... It might be better than Phrolova.
True name. Illuminate.
Instantly broke all of them.
Know what excursion means? Cool your head.
Fucking WMD action right there, bro. Holy shit.
Listen, the trio of destiny.
What sleeps within bamboo? Your life is mine to take.
Let me
My move is
greet
the
my
blade.
friends. Detonate.
Huge! Oh, we're slightly missing something over here. No, I wanted that guy.
You're gonna remember this.
Okay, great. We didn't waste anything there. Yeah, we needed to get that final wave. And what was the score there? Bro, we got... Oh, bro, is that a 2.8k into resistance? Wait, 2.8k into resistance is kind of diabolical. I am going to be honest with you. That's like scoring like Hiyuki and Imith teams. Yeah, like with quick swap. So yeah, this is one of the main reasons why I feel like you'd want to pull Lucilla. Because guess what, guys? You can also just do the same thing with Lucilla in here. And yes, Qiuyuan is going to be slightly better, but this is also a completely viable lineup that you can run too. Because guess what? Yes, Qiuyuan won't be getting some of Chakona's arrow resistance, whatever. But theoretically, in this reset, Lucilla should be better because now we don't have to deal with, I don't know, arrow resistance on these guys on the sub DPS. So that's another thing to think about as well. So what you're probably getting and what you're probably seeing from all of this is that Lucilla is a must pull depending on certain conditions. If you have Hiyuki, I think Lucilla is 1000% a must pull because you can just have her function as a Glacio Chafe applier and not even really worry about her stats or her weapon. Because as you saw with the Jinzo Keeper run, you can just replace Lene with like a Lucilla that has like a fucking pulse, bro, and cosmic ripples, and you'll probably be fine. Because if Jinzo Keeper is giving me 2 rotation clears, essentially, yeah, I like a level 60 out of 70 Jinzo Keeper is like getting me there, then you're clearly gonna get there with, well, you're clearly gonna get there with like, I don't know, the fucking standard rectifier. You can literally just use this on her and she'll be fine. Will you feel great about it? Probably not, but it is what it is. Second, by having Lucilla in the game, you get to free up Lene for pretty much
time to check every box.
You get to free up Lene for pretty much any other team in the game. And the reality is, most people are probably going to be freeing up their Lene to go stick him with the Mornier and then probably with Imith after that. Because guess what?
Sword.
This is probably what most people are going to be doing. You free up your Lene
right?
so that Imith can get her in the TOA. Denya goes with like Luke, and then you sort of just go from there.
Colors of the stars.
These are the forms that I feel like are like cosmetic for characters. I feel like Denya's fusion burst form is unironically cosmetic. Most people aren't going to be doing it because, bro, it feels so shit in the TOA, it's unbelievable. You're playing Rupture 99 times out of 10. I feel like Lucilla's Echo skill mode is also kind of just cosmetic because you're probably going to be playing her with Hiyuki. And she's worse than Qiuyuan on every Echo team except for Segrika. So it's like, yeah, maybe you'll play her with Segrika, but that's like really it, right? And like Denya, she feels so much better with Luke than she does with Imith. And she like upgrades Luke so much more than Imith gets upgraded because Imith already had the Lene team. So it's kind of just this whole resonance mode thing, I think to me is like, there's clearly one intended role for most of these units at the start. And then they kind of like expand further from there. And it's what's really clear to me is that Lucilla's Glacio Chafe seems to be her main sort of use case. And if you get any bonuses out of her, great. But should you even consider pulling this character if you don't have Hiyuki? I don't think so. I don't think you even think about pulling this character for solely her Echo skill value. You think about her for her Hiyuki value. And then the Echo skill is a cherry on top. But pulling her just for Echo skills, bro, I'm gonna be honest, that's kind of a stupid ass fucking move when Qiuyuan is better on 2 out of 3 of the Echo skill teams. And then she's unparalleled when it comes to Glacio Chafe. I think that at the end of the day, go for whatever you want, but if you go for her for the Echo skill side, I feel like you might end up being a little bit disappointed. And the reality is, I don't think a lot of people skipped Hiyuki, so Lucilla's going to be a natural pickup for a lot of individuals. So yeah, you probably had your decision set. Just know that she does her role very, very, very well in the Glacio Chafe team, and then also does it very, very, very well in the Echo skill team. And she's not as signature reliant if she's in Glacio Chafe. You don't need this shit. But on the Echo skill team, you kind of do like sort of want it or one of the more offensive rectifiers because the lack of stats really hurts that team's overall damage output because there's no Glacio negative status damage that's helping her keep up. So you really want to have good stats in that situation. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this one, ladies and gentlemen. The Lucilla first impressions. Let me know what you all thought, whether or not this was helpful, and peace out.